2018 Marching Saints are under the direction of Michael Volks. Drill by Mark Waymeyer. Original ballad medley arranged by Pat Spencer. Drum majors by Nathan Dora and Riley McDuffie.
This guy took the drum and like, what's up, my dog?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, alumni of St. Clair High School. As we introduce you to the 2018 version of St. Clair High School's homecoming. This year's theme was superheroes, and it's been a very active and very fun week as the senior class, the class of 2019, just barely squeaked out the win over the juniors this afternoon for the Spirit Challenge winner. Big thank you to the St. Clair High Student Council. St. Clair High Student Council has been awarded the Award of Excellence, the highest award for student leadership in Michigan, 18 years. Also, the only school in Michigan to win the national recognition for student leadership 3 times. So we thank Abby Barnum and her committee chairs, Stephanie Williams, Selena Schweihofer, and Lizzie Lynn for organizing all of our court activities. Executive Eamon Eberhard and his committee chairs, Tara Donaldson, Lauren Hogan and Lydia G for the parade and community rally. Executive Luke Hyde and his chair people, Julia Westfall, Ransom Kolchak, and Candy Houle for the entire Spirit Week this week. Taylor Thorpe and her chairs, Ellie Koo, Avery Wilson, and Sarah Sepke for the homecoming dance, which kicks off tomorrow. And Ben Gilliatt, the technology and PR committee with Tyler Williams, Megan Gunnery, and Tyler Warner and Minar Syed for all their work on the publicity and technology. Big hand for our student council and all the work the students did this week. We're now bringing attention to the 50-yard line. We'd like to welcome first our Grand Marshals. Our first Grand Marshal is Mr. John Davidson. John's son Ben had his first game at Ferris State tonight, so he could not be with us at the game tonight. But we did want to recognize Mr. Davidson and his long service to St. Clair High School, and of course his Hall of Fame career as a cross-country coach. With us this evening, please welcome Miss Sue Fitzmaurice. Sue is married to John Fitzmaurice, has mother of Ryan, Adam, and Ellen Fitzmaurice. She has taught for 32 years, the last 20 years at St. Clair High School. She says she loves getting to know her students and their parents, and is fortunate to work with students for multiple years. She plans to do some traveling with her husband when he finally decides to retire as well. A great teacher and a great person for students to be around, Miss Sue Fitzmaurice. Next up, also from our special education department, Miss Cindy Monticello. Cindy is married to Tom Monticello, and her children, Will, Dave, and Laura, all were St. Clair High School graduates. She was at St. Clair High School for 17 years. She enjoyed working with great students and staff. Currently in her retirement, she enjoys her free time and likes to find opportunities to listen to live music. Big hand for Miss Cindy Monticello. Please welcome back last year's Queen and King 2017 graduates and alumni of St. Clair High School, Miss Jessica Bohm and Mr. Hunter Hill. Jessica is attending FC4 and completing her 2 years at FC4. She plans to move on to a university to earn her degree in secondary education. She's currently playing volleyball and basketball for FC4 and hopes to continue doing that when she gets to university. Hunter Hill, also living in Port Huron, attending SC4, also plans to transfer at the end of 2 years to a university to pursue his degree in biomedical engineering, where he wants to do work with prosthetics. Please welcome back Miss Jessica Ball and Mr. Hunter Hill. St. Clair High School is privileged every year to play host to a number of exchange students. This year we have 5 exchange students. I will do my best to say their names as well as I can here. Please welcome from Pescara, Italy, Georgia D'Izio. She is with her host family, Christina and Leonard Marsh. She has joined St. Clair High Student Council and hopes to be involved in several other clubs. Back home, she's involved in peer-to-peer tutoring and the Video Making Club. When she gets back to Italy, she will graduate from high school and then plans to go to college in either Italy or the United States. Please give a warm welcome. Our next foreign exchange student comes to us from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Alice Forgini. She is with host parents Natasha and Jacob Finnick. She has joined the student council, and back home she also works on her student council, her dance team, and the National Honor Society. She, when she graduates, plans to take the Cambridge exams in Brazil to pursue the university degree. Again, please welcome Miss Alice Forgini. Next coming our way is Miss Maria Jimenez from Córdoba, Spain. She is escorted by her host parents, Courtney and Jim Fosher. She is currently a member of the basketball team and student council. Back home, she also plays basketball, has been part of the theater club and the debate club. One of the things she's looking forward to when she gets home is catching up with her younger sisters and friends. Please welcome Miss Maria Jimenez. Our only male exchange student is Hugo Rodriguez from Madrid, Spain. Hugo is escorted by his host parents, Amy and Tony Pergatoni. He is currently playing varsity soccer and hopes to be a part of the basketball and baseball teams later in the year. He too, when he returns home, looks forward to reuniting with friends and family and sharing all of his great experiences here in the United States. Mr. Hugo Rodriguez. And our fifth and final exchange student comes from Faaborg, Denmark. Julie Malsanger Royal. She is also joined student council here at St. Clair. She's hoping to be part of the soccer team and possibly the theater. Back home, she's in student council, theater, and the youth club. When she gets home, she will need to finish off high school first, and then she hopes to take a year off and then try to get into the police school. Please welcome Julie Malsanger Rowe. Representing our students at St. Clair High School, we have a lot of wonderful students, and these are just a handful of our great representatives. Representing the class of 2022, yes, you're that old, Miss Cheyenne Burke. Cheyenne is escorted by parents Christine and Jason Burke. She is planning to be a member of the track team, currently a member of the volleyball team and student council. She likes to volunteer with kids in distress and travel volleyball in the summer. She also really likes hunting and camping. She hopes to one day become a nurse, possibly a military nurse, or even a pediatrician. Hand for Miss Cheyenne Burke. Our male representative, Jacob Turner. Jacob is with parents Kenny and Jim Turner. He is part of the varsity cross-country team, and he has been in the past part of the basketball and baseball teams in Junior National Honor Society. He's also a member of his youth group in Marysville, the Assembly of God, and also part of the Michigan Brewers Baseball Club. He hopes to go to college and study business when he gets done with these next 3.5 years. Mr. Jacob Turner. Sophomore female representative, Miss Lily Lemoyne. Lily is escorted by parents Amy and Timothy Lemoyne. She is a member of volleyball and softball. She also is part of the travel softball team. Like most teenagers, she's like hanging out with her friends and spending time downtown by the water, and most of all, shopping. She's interested in a future career in nursing. Miss Lily Lemoyne. Please welcome our male sophomore representative, Mr. Kyle Kerrigan. Kyle is escorted by parents Melissa and Patrick Kerrigan. He is a member of the swim team and the track team, also an active participant in the marching band and concert band. Also a member of Boy Scouts. Not sure exactly what he means by this, but he likes Slim Jims. Please, big hand for Kyle Kerrigan. Our junior representative, Jenna Portier, escorted by parents Tammy and Steve. She is a member of the varsity volleyball team and also is involved in the Health Careers Tech program at LISA. She also is involved in the Infusion Travel Volleyball program. In addition to playing volleyball, she likes to draw. This is another young lady who is very much interested in nursing, and particularly in working in labor and delivery. Let's have a big hand for junior Jenna Cloutier. Our male representative, Mr. Ray Hill. Ray is escorted by parents Joyce and Mark Hill. He is captain of St. Clair High cross country team and is a member of the track team. He also attends the Tech Center for Information Technology, and he enjoys working at Murphy's Inn. He likes to spend time with his older brothers and likes to talk people's ears off. Hopes to one day go to Western Michigan University to become a pilot, Mr. Ray Hill. And now our candidates for Queen, representing the senior class, Miss Isabella Hazel. Isabella is escorted by parents Kim and Jeff. She is a member of the high school soccer program and student council. In addition, she enjoys volunteering for helping special ed children and animal shelters. She's also involved in her church and teaching Sunday school. She has plans to attend Grand Valley State University to become a teacher in either foreign language or special education. Miss Isabella Hazel. Mia Jansen. Mia is escorted by parents Ann and John Jansen. Mia is a three-sport varsity athlete in volleyball, basketball, and tennis. She's a member of our new Links program. She has an internship at Port Huron Hospital, and she also has worked at Marwood Nursing Home. She's also on the National Technical Honor Society. In her free time, she likes to work on video ball and volleyball coaching. She has plans to play basketball at Macomb Community College and hopes to continue working in the hospital. Miss Mia Jansen. I'll remind our students to please stay front and center till we finish with your name. Thank you. Miss Allie Koo is our next senior candidate. Allie is escorted by her mother Paula and her sister Anna Koo. She is a chairperson on student council, a member of the band, the cheerleading program, NHS, and is also a member of the Pure Links program. She volunteers in a nursery at church. She hopes to either go to flight school or cosmetology. I'm not sure how those two merge, but she's going to do one of those two things. Hoping to go to Western Michigan. Miss Allie Koo. Mariah Burrow is our final female candidate. She is escorted by parents Charlene and Hung Ho. She is a member of student council. She works at Dragon Walk. She, like a lot of teenagers, likes to go to movies, likes Netflix, flicks, and Hulu, and really enjoys a good nap. One day, she hopes to be a social worker and work with mentally challenged children. She also has a dream of going to Vietnam and visiting her dad's home country. Miss Mariah Vo. Our male representative, first in alphabetical order, Mr. Eamon Everhard. We were unable to locate his parents, so he was escorted by his sister Erin and his brother Ian. He is an executive of student council, a member of NHS, a member of band, and a member of the theater program. He's also a member of the St. Clair County Youth Advisory Program. He is hoping to go to universities such as Michigan or Michigan State to major in environmental science and political science. Mr. Eamon Everhard. Our next senior is Mr. Matt Eisenhart. Matt is escorted by parents Tamara and Dennis Eisenhart. Matt is a member of the varsity tennis team and the varsity basketball team. He's been a video ball coach, a church youth group leader. His plans currently are either to attend Grand Valley State University, Oakland University, and begin his pre-medicine program. Future plans to become a doctor. Mr. Matt Eisenhart. Our third candidate, Mr. Luke High. Luke is escorted by parents Wendy and Paul. Luke is also an executive officer for student council. He's a member of the marching band and is very active in the theater program. In addition, he's a Boy Scout, currently at Light Scout status, just almost there at Eagle Scout, very soon. He's led recently a project to rejuvenate the Alice Moore Woods Preserve. In his free time, he likes to play all types of music. Plans to attend SC4 and then either transfer to Michigan Tech for sound Design or Belmont University for Music Business, Mr. Luke Hyde. And last but not least, the ever good-looking Mr. Scott Westridge. Escorted by Terrence Stacy and Scott Westridge. Scott's a part of varsity lacrosse, varsity tennis, NHS Student Council, and mock trial. In free time, he loves to teach kids how to play lacrosse. His plans currently are to attend university to study engineering. Mr. Scott Westridge. This time we'll ask both lines to move towards the center, towards the 50-yard line. Girls and guys meet near the 50. This time it's my pleasure to introduce to you our 2018 Queen and King, as voted by the student body of St. Clair High School. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2008 St. Clair High Homecoming Queen is female Miss Isabella Hazel. And our male representative, the King for 2018, Mr. Matt Eisenhower. They are guys. We'll ask the Queen and King to step forward and join together. Ladies and gentlemen, your Queen and King for 2018 is Isabella Hazel and Mr. Matt Eisenhower. Congratulations to the entire court. Welcome to our exchange students. And let's go Saints. We're coming back for some playoff football next week. Clear the field before I get flagged.
Do not forget, this is your last chance to buy your raffle tickets from St. Clair.
Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware is open 7 days a week in the Riverview Plaza. Everything you need in hardware, from wiring, paint, tools, outdoor equipment, and even picnic and camping items. Check the specials on Valspar Paint and the Ace Hardware specials. St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware also has a complete gift department with candles, outdoor furniture, grills, and much, much more. St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. Neiman's Family Market. Experience the Neiman's family difference. Fresh fruits and vegetables, where Michigan-grown products are featured daily. Local is more than what Neiman's sells. It's who they are. From Grandpa John's quality meats since 1952, featuring a complete meat and deli department, to Grandma Sophie's Bakery, to the Corner Cafe, even a complete pharmacy to serve you. That's what Neiman's Family Market is. Experience the Neiman family difference. North Star Bank is a true community bank whose loan approvals are made locally by bankers who live in our community, understanding your needs, and will meet face-to-face to discuss what's important to you. From opening accounts to recommending products and services, North Star Bank looks forward to sitting down with you and building a strong relationship to reach your financial goals. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Loans are subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, and member of FDIC.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. John Carter along with Coach Denny White. And, Coach, just a very strong first half from St. Clair, kind of taking care of business.
Yeah, it was an exceptional first half, and now the key is not to score, not to hold them, but to not get hurt.
And that's always hard to do in a football game. You can't play not to get hurt.
Yes.
It's impossible. But the Saints put up 49 points. Balanced scoring has been really the case the entire year, both passing and rushing. And looking ahead, and we were talking about it earlier before we came on air, it's always tough to tell who you're going to play. It looks like the Saints will be in the 4th division, Division 4 of the playoffs. And it's not clear who their opponents might be. One of the teams heard mentioned is Goodrich potentially.
I did hear about the Martians. Yep, that would be a good deal. They play Croslex tonight, so that would be an opportunity if they should beat Croslex to see just how good the opponent is going to be, because you have a mutual opponent in which to gauge the ability of the other team.
The Marine City Mariners are in the playoffs. They will be probably in Division 6, and they could likely also host a home playoff game, depending on how they do this evening. And then, interestingly, Marysville is still in the running. They had a very tough time with some injuries, but they've come back and they've won, I think, 3 of the last 4 games. They're 4-4 if they win tonight, and they should really against Centerline, I believe. They might be able to sneak in the playoffs at 5-4, and they could potentially be a playoff opponent as well, a team that St. Clair's already played.
Just to see if they get enough points off the win with Centerline tonight. That becomes the downside to the schedule that you don't have a whole lot of control over.
Correct. You get extra points if you play and beat a better opponent. The Saints are already in. They've won their 6 games. All 6-win teams qualify for the playoffs in Michigan. However, a certain number of 5-win teams will also qualify based on their points. And it looks like, given the schedules and the records this year, that it's likely that a lot of 5-win teams will be in. So possibly seeing the Vikings make it into the playoffs once again. Teams have returned to the field. Be interesting to see who takes over. How much substituting St. Clair will do. Brady Gleason, obviously, at quarterback. Will they bring in potentially Matt Buslip get Matt a chance to play some quality snaps? It will be running clock to start. That'll make the game go quickly, and probably the right thing to do given what's going on so far this evening.
Right, and I don't wish to belabor the point, but you certainly, based upon the talent and the success that St. Clair has had this year, you certainly don't want one of your frontline players. You don't want anyone to get hurt, but you definitely don't want a frontline player to get hurt and impact what could be a long run in the state playoffs.
That's correct. Saints will be kicking off again here to start second half. Sean Donaldson will bring the kicking team out. We'll get started here momentarily. Referees taking their positions and wait for the whistle. And there it goes. Donaldson approaches the ball. Hard line drive kick. Scoots all the way to about the 8-9 yard line. Goolsby, I think. Nice move to the outside, and he gets to approximately the 26-27 yard line. He was forced out by, looks like, number 28, Henson. And it'll be first down for the Rockets. And give me some credit to Javante Kincaid, the senior quarterback. Under tremendous amounts of pressure, he's actually made some very nice throws, and his escapability has been pretty good also, given everything that's been thrown at him.
He's done a good job considering he has fractions of a second in which to make decisions on.
Number 1, Darian Betts will be adjacent to the quarterback. New Haven snaps it, gives it to Betts. Hard run, but quickly tackled.
Number 1, Darian Betts with the carry, tackled by
34, Joe Phillips. And we've called Joe's name quite a bit. He's been very, very good in terms of rushing the passer. And that was a tackle made in the hole. And the St. Clair linebackers have done an excellent job. Number 48, Anthony Grufor, is in at linebacker, one of the positions. Kincaid, high snap. And Caught from behind was number 82, Tyler Warner. And that'll be third down and about 6 or 7. Just no time whatsoever for the Rocket quarterback.
And it doesn't seem to matter whether or not it's a starter or a replacement. That the St. Clair defense is just overwhelming the New Haven offense.
Number 2, Jamie McQueen, limps off the field for New Haven. Lenarski, one of the deep backs, Donovan Borg, trying to catch as many numbers as we can. Number 62, Steven Sands in safety. Kincaid again. Has a little room. Breaks to the outside, and he's got a lane. And all the way down the sideline to about the 50. Good run by Javante Kincaid.
A nice run, nice vision.
Ran out of bounds by number 50, Carter Dombrowski. First down.
You'll see here again, Kincaid not a lot of time. Saints collapse the pocket very quickly, but Kincaid breaks it to his left. And with some good quickness, gets down to about the 49, 48-yard line. First down for the Rockets. Again, running clock. We're down under 9 minutes already here, third quarter. Trips right for New Haven. Rolling right. And quickly taken down. Number 75 for St. Clair, Josh Schmidt gets the sack. And it is fun for players who don't see a lot of field time now to come in, make plays. Number 87, Jonathan Thorngate, comes in for St. Clair and getting a chance to get their names in the scorebook, so to speak. And that was a good play by Schmidt.
It was a very quick response, and he ran the quarterback down from behind. You're right. It's nice to see the kids who work hard in practice have an opportunity to participate in a homecoming game, which makes it extra special, I think.
2nd and 12 for New Haven. Kincaid again, and hit hard. Number 28, Jamison Henson, and he's a fullback by trade. And he may be playing cornerback, but he's thinking fullback.
That's right. Now playing defense.
He put a hit on Kincaid. Good recovery, though. Kincaid gets about 6. That makes it third and about 6 or 7 for New Haven. That was a good play by Henson that time. That's one of the things I've noticed the Saints do. They all have the armbands with formations. It's got to help with making sure everybody's on the right page.
It certainly does, and it makes it a lot quicker to signal in the play.
All right, trips left this time for New Haven. Kincaid fades, got some room. Deep throw, up in the air, and incomplete. It's hard throwing when you're moving to your left that time, and Kincaid did not get his feet set, and as a result, the ball kind of ballooned up there, and you can see this is really up for grabs. This is what we mean is a right-handed quarterback. He's going to roll to his left, which means you're throwing against yourself, and you can see he's kind of fading backwards, and the ball just probably slipped out of his hand and was higher than it was long.
Doesn't make it to the group.
All right, that'll make it 4th and 7. Rockets on the St. Clair 42. Trips left. Single receiver here to the right. And Kincaid again. Under pressure, nowhere to go. Looks like that ball is loose. And the Saints have it. Strip sack, I believe, by St. Clair. It doesn't matter. It was 4th down, and they're going to get it. I think that was number 82, Tyler Warner, again with a 2nd sack. And, Coach, it's just a jailbreak. Not allowed. You can see number 22, I think that was, 12, came right in. It couldn't have been. And really wasn't blocked until he was right on top of the quarterback.
Duncan Gillis.
And a good pass rush from St. Clair. Starting the second half, number 11, Matt Buslip. Sophomore quarterback. He plays a lot of wide receiver, but good chance for Matt now to get some experience. Quick handoff. Up the middle. Henson. And that's the type of runner Jamison Henson is. He's very physical, and he almost looks for people to hit.
Says, I want some of this too.
Had a nice gain for Henson. That's about 15, 16 yards. First down for St. Clair at the 35 of New Haven. And the Saints are, as we said before, finishing their runs here tonight. Buslip in the pistol. Schweiger in motion. Fake to Schweiger. Buslip has lots of room and just gets tripped up from behind. That'll be a gain of about 3 or 4. And he was about one step from breaking that. Saints won't be trying anything tricky now, and as you said, don't want to show anything on tape at this point in the game, and obviously there will be teams looking at St. Clair tape, so they'll want to make sure they can be pretty conservative and not show anything to their prospective opponents. Buslip with Henson. Under center, takes the snap, and Kriske right up the middle. Breaks one tackle, gets down to about the 28, 27. That'll make it third and about 2 or 3.
It's another one of those runs that he's half a step from breaking it.
So the Saints have seen Kriske, Evan Kriske, Ethan Mon, Brandon Ruba, all in tailback and all been very effective. Buslip now under center. Henson. On his feet still, keeps going, and gets to about the 26 or 27. That's going to bring up a fourth down and about 1 or 2. And the Saints obviously are going to be in a 4-down territory. There's not any reason to punt at this time, and you're pretty sure they're going to keep it on the ground.
Now it's just let the clock run.
Buslip brings him up. Henson, short. Kriske in the eye. Snap. Kriske's got a lane, and he's has the first down to the 22 of New Haven. That'll make first down for St. Clair. And honestly, fairly simple plays, but they're continuing to gain yardage, and that means good blocking by the St. Clair line. Matt Buslip under center, good pitch this time. Kriske has a lane to the outside, down to the 19. Tackled by, I think, Betts there on the 18 or 19-yard line. Gain of about 5. Second down and let's call it 6 for the Saints. Borg and Henson come out. Austin Schweiger back in for St. Clair. Buslip, Kriske deep. Kriske again, this time. Good play by, I think that's number 55 for New Haven. Jason Gant. And nice job by the defensive lineman for New Haven. Buslip goes over to offensive coordinator Gary Griffin. Number 1, Evan Kriske comes back in. 28, Henson. And a little bit of time getting this one together. Buslip brings them up, third down and about 10. That's Lenarski, I think. Was it?
Looked like it.
Jared Lenarski with a run to about the 13.
Number 10, Jared Lenarski with the carry.
And he gets almost 6 or 7 of that. That'll be the last play of the third quarter here with a running clock. Saints lead 49-0. We'll be back in a moment to bring you the fourth quarter.
There's a play, St.
North Star Bank is a true community bank whose loan approvals are made locally by bankers who live in our community, understanding your needs, and will meet face-to-face to discuss what's important to you. From opening accounts to recommending products and services, North Star Bank looks forward to sitting down with you and building a strong relationship to reach your financial goals. North Star Bank, guiding the way. Loans are subject to credit approval, equal housing lender, and member of FDIC.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the fourth quarter. John Carter along with Coach Denny White. And Saints have been, once again, pretty much in control. Added another 7 points here in the third quarter. Coming to the fourth quarter at a 49-0 lead. Running clock here at East China Stadium.
Do you enjoy anal sex?
Probably 50.
Buslip underline, under the center, and he will take the snap here. Fourth and about 3. Fades back. Matt goes to his left. Pass is off the hand and will be out of bounds and incomplete. And that will be taken over on downs by New Haven. Ball kind of slipped out of Matt's hands as he was rolling to his left and incomplete. New Haven will take it over. I know the Saints would love to continue with a shutout here as they have controlled New Haven pretty well. A couple first downs for New Haven, but no scores, and you know the defense would love to put a 0 on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. That becomes the target now. Don't let them score.
New Haven takes over on their own 18. The St. Cloud continues to run. Should mention also Saints soccer team under Coach Ray Peckman concluded their season in the districts against Goodrich, and they will be looking forward to next year with a very, very young team coming back. New Haven now getting ready to take snap again over his head, and down to about the goal line is Kincaid, and he gets rid of it nicely, saves about 15 yards, and he had no chance at that snap.
No, and he handled that very well. Very well.
Number 60, Jason St. James comes in, replacing Cameron Haslam. And number 76 is Zach Icarius. And he'll give Duncan Gillis a rest. Again, getting a lot of players in, exactly what you want to see in this kind of game. But still, the defense wants to hold them. Second down and 10 after the incomplete by Kincaid. In motion is number 3, Gulu. And he manages to escape, but only to run out of bounds. A little bit of loss, maybe 2-3 yard loss that time for New Haven. And I'll bring up third and let's see, about 14 or 15. Number 4, Scott Sullick getting to play a little defense for St. Clair. I mentioned for number 87, Jonathan Thorngate's in. Haslam, Icarius up front. '48 is Anthony Griefor, also in for St. Clair. Another high snap. And Kincaid tried, but I think that's going to be picked up by the defense. And first down, St. Clair, just outside the 10. And Henson playing defense and thought he got a handoff. Again, this is a high snap, and Kincaid went up and semi-controlled it, but when he tried to bring it back down, lost it, and Henson picked it up nicely and had visions of returning that for the touchdown. But tackled, and it'll be first down for St. Clair on the 10-yard line, just outside the 10, I should say. Matt Buslip brings him up under center. And Henson again down to the 5.
I think this would be a good time to get Henson a touchdown.
That sounds about right.
The position he plays in this offense is predominantly a blocking back, so it's good when you have a chance just to get him that touchdown.
And for center of this in this series is Clayton Spiza, number 70. Buslip under center. Takes the snap, gets it to Kriske. Kriske carries a New Haven tackler right down to the goal line. It looks like they are going to mark him just short, but it'll be a first down, and first down in about an inch or two for St. Clair. Good strength that time by number 1, Evan Kriske, as he carried the tackler down to essentially the goal line.
Well, and you don't get to see Evan often because of the other two, and so he gets to play defense. So this is an opportunity for him to say, look, I'm here too.
And Matt Buslip pulls it into the end zone, and he scores on a quarterback sneak. And first touchdown for Buslip, but it's going to be called back on, looks like a legal procedure on the Saints. Let's see about the replay. Didn't see it, but the legal procedure called. Somebody moved early.
Somebody saw it.
Mercifully, not many penalties tonight. I think everybody got the memo. All right, Buslip again. Henson in motion right. Good block. Kriske at the corner and in as he hit the pylon, and that's a TD.
A very nice downhill run by Evan Kriske.
This is essentially student body right as Henson pulls. They got the guard and tackle pulling. Good reach block there by 76. And Kriske makes it to the pylon, and that's a touchdown. 76, again, Zacharias. And a good drive for St. Clair as they capitalize on the fumble recovery by Jamison Henson. Kick is up. This time it's no good. First missed kick for St. Clair. And that'll keep it at 55-0. Approaching 5 minutes. And this one, again, mercifully, is just about done. So as a coach approaching for the playoffs, what will the coaching staff be looking to do here this coming week?
Well, it's what they're going to do is they're going to find a lot of things wrong in this game. Even though we know the score was 55-0, that they need to find things that they can correct. On Sunday, they'll find out who they play, and they've got film on several of the teams. I don't know if they have them on all of the possibilities. But then it's time to get back to, okay, this is what we do well. This is what they do well. We need to stop. And the Saints are on a roll, obviously.
Played very well, as we mentioned at the top of the show. 5 wins in a row for St. Clair. And honestly, the couple of games that they were not able to win against Cross-Lex was actually a very good football game, and Cross-Lex played a tremendous game to beat St. Clair. The other one was against Madison Heights, who's a very, very good team, ranked in the state in their division, and with a Division I quarterback. So kickoff that time, low line drive kickoff. And out of bounds is number 3, Kanagulu. Discretion being the better part of valor there. And this will be the last drive is with running clock under 3 minutes, 50 seconds. And we'll see what New Haven elects to do. Tough position for New Haven. Last game of the season, very difficult season. 0-7 coming in and trying to come into a homecoming crowd and a team that St. Clair is just playing very well right now. Not a surprise that the score is what it is. And we're going to have a timeout for St. Clair. Not quite sure he had enough players on the field again.
10 players again.
And again, we said a couple times that's going to happen.
Yep.
So Mike mentioned the girls volleyball team in St. Clair. Their district starts on the 29th of October. They're going to be playing Armada. Very interesting district with Marine City, Marysville, and Richmond all in there. So Coach Michelle Ackett's team had a very good season and will look to try to take a district title away from some of their rivals. And the swimming team with Ken Siggett in charge with their regionals coming up in the first week of November. We'll look to put some of their swimmers back in the States. We've been very successful in girls swimming. And finally, we mentioned last week, girls golf under Ken Parlarge was undefeated in their league, and their season is concluded, but a good season for Coach Parlarge and the girls on the golf team. Another high snap controlled by Kincaid. This is a throwback. Oh.
So somebody had it and dropped it.
What was that, number 40? Let's see, turn around here for a second.
48.
48. Got to call him out, Anthony Griefor. That's why he plays defense. If you watch this, Kincaid rolled to his right, and one of the cardinal rules is you can't throw back late over the middle, and he did. Griefor came off his man, and I'm afraid that hit him between the 4 and the 8. Good defense again by St. Clair. Under 2 minutes. Saints up 55-0. Again, another tough snap, and that's picked up by Kincaid, and he's going to be overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think it's plays like that. You begin to rely on the officials to stop the play before anyone gets hurt.
And the center snaps have been an issue, especially this last quarter and a half. And Kincaid, and that was actually snapped to the person next to him instead of to the center to the quarterback.
So you could stop it right there.
Right there when the forward motion is stopped, and that's what you should do to protect the players. Under a minute, and I'm not sure New Haven will be interested in running another play. Yep, they're breaking the huddle. This will be the last play of the game. Again, want to thank everybody. Jets Pizza for providing our pregame meal. Dave Chauvin for providing our midgame meal. And everybody involved in the St. Clair football program. Long pass down the sideline is incomplete, and that will be, I think, the final play of this game. Saints will finish the regular season now 7-2. Excellent job by St. Clair as they've come back from a 1-2 start, finished with 6 wins in a row here during the regular season. As we count it down, homecoming win for St. Clair, 55-0, and look forward to next week, Coach, and a home game for St. Clair.
Excellent, well-played game, and now bring on the districts.
All right, everybody, this is John Carter along with Coach Denny White, all our guys in the trailer downstairs. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you again next week as St. Clair starts for their first playoff game. Goodbye, everybody.
By Murphy Inn Restaurant and Hotel in St. Clair. By North Star Bank, North Star guiding the way. By Neiman's Family Market. By St. Clair Home Goods and Ace Hardware. And by CTV Community TV in Marine City in St. Clair.